back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be getting ready. I thought that I would do a chit chat get ready with me video today because honestly, I have just missed sitting down and just talking to you guys so much here on YouTube. I've been really active on my other socials like Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram. I haven't sat down on camera and done just like a chill video in so long. And I just feel like, I don't even know if people like these types of videos anymore. I feel like YouTube is going in such a different direction and it's just so high speed and so intense, and like sometimes I kind of think I have to take a step back and just like kind of watch it because I'm like, whoa, what's happening? You know, like I don't even know how to really keep up with it anymore. I'm literally sitting in front of a window right now with no lighting, zero, which feels so good. I got like a mild burn on my back when we were on vacation in Turks, and holy crap, like it is still so itchy and it feels so good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. You guys, I feel like I have so much to talk to you about. Like I don't even know where to start because the past couple of weeks, actually the past couple of months, correction, the past year has been the busiest, most insane of my entire life. I'm like, I don't even know how to keep up with myself at this point. But I took my first ever real vacation with my family to the Turks and Caicos, which is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my entire life. Granted, I haven't been to like that many like amazing dream destination spots, but still, I think that it was like just so amazing. And the people there on the island were some of the sweetest people ever. Like it was just, the water was so clear and so blue and it was so relaxing. It was the best 5 days of my life. Like I've taken vacations before in the sense of like, I've taken like a 3-day girls trip to Vegas, but like that's not like a vacation, you know what I'm saying? Like you're in Vegas and you're like partying and drinking and staying up all night and hanging out with your girlfriends, and like you come home and you're exhausted and like you need to get like a hydration IV, but like this was an actual vacation. Like it was absolutely amazing. So I know there's two topics that I want to touch on, especially because they're the two topics that people are asking the most questions about. And one of them is filming with Kim Kardashian, and the other is me and John's new house. Let's talk about filming with Kim Kardashian first, because I know that there are so many questions and opinions. So many people are asking me, like, was she nice in person? How was she? And as you can see in the video, yes. Like, she genuinely is so sweet and so down to earth and so kind. And like, when I was driving to the studio, I was like, very, very calm, but I kept saying like, I'm nervous that when I see her, all of a sudden something's gonna come over me and I'm gonna get like, like starstruck, because no matter who it is, if it's like an A-list celebrity or if it's just someone that you've seen on a reality TV show or a YouTuber, when you meet them, sometimes you just kind of like, oh my gosh, this is so weird. Like you just get like, kind of like overtaken by like emotions, at least I do. I'm a very emotional person. But sometimes you just feel like so weird. You're like, oh my God, this is actually them right now. Because it's just weird to see someone on TV or on YouTube or on any screen and then meet them in real life. Like sometimes you don't really know what to expect. So I didn't know what to expect. I was like, I feel super calm right now, but what if when I meet her, what if I just start like fangirling and freaking out? Like, I don't know, I don't trust myself. But she was so sweet, and my very first impression of her is that she is so tiny. I swear, you guys, I could put her in my pocket. Her waist and her legs are so tiny. Like her legs are smaller than mine, like her thighs. She's so tiny, just so like adorable. Her skin is beautiful in person, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and she was just so kind. She was so sweet to me, so sweet to my mom. Immediately we walked back into like the little set room, and she like grabbed her makeup wipes and started wiping off her makeup, and she's like talking to me, and she's like, you know, I don't ever do stuff like this. Like I have no idea like what's about to go down. Like I'm not a YouTuber, so on and so forth. And so like I was kind of just talking her through all of it. She was so nice, like asking me so many questions. Kept telling me how she was like just feeling a little nervous, like do this on camera because, you know, she was just a normal girl. And as far as the actual filming part, like the actual video that you guys saw, I definitely learned a lot from that experience. Before we actually started filming, the woman behind the camera, I don't know like what her name would be, like the producer, director, I don't know, but there was a bunch of people there, and they told me that they needed me to carry the conversation on. They were like, Kim obviously has never done this before or anything like this, so like, are you comfortable carrying the conversation and making sure that like things are flowing? And I was like, yeah, totally, which I am comfortable with that because obviously like I film YouTube videos, but as you guys know, if you're like a subscriber here to my channel, I don't do many collab videos. Like I live in Florida, I don't live out in LA by everybody who is always like working on collabs. I'm out here by myself and I don't really ever film collab videos. So to all of a sudden like collab with Kim Kardashian and then be told like, oh yeah, you need to take control and make sure that the conversation keeps going. I was like, but I put that pressure on me and I wish I didn't, because it made me definitely feel a little like nerve-wracking on camera, and I wish I would have just been like, screw it, like it's fine, like let's just carry the conversation. So therefore I felt like I was like overly hyper, and I felt like I was like interrupting her when I saw the footage, and it really bothered me to see me act like that. I'm like, really, Jaclyn, like get it together, you know, like just let her speak. Like I want to hear what she has to say. But I, in the moment, just felt like, okay, keep the conversation going, keep it going. Like, and I don't know, I don't know. Also, I was not the one who was in charge of editing it. Like I didn't get to edit the video and have the raw footage myself. The people there at the studio were the ones who edited it. And so they didn't put a lot of things in the video that I wish they would have, because we had like 2 hours of footage, and there was so many things that Kim said and stories that she told and conversations that we had that I know that my subscribers would have loved to see. So when they didn't put those in, I was just kind of like, man, you know, and like she made a bunch of funny jokes. I don't know. I'm just saying overall the experience was incredible, and getting to actually meet her and see how chill and down to earth she was incredible. But I wish that I would have not put pressure on myself and acted a little bit different, because I didn't care for the footage. But you know what? You live, you learn. The only difference is most people don't have their learning experience with Kim Kardashian. She's still liking my pictures on Instagram, so I'm like, maybe she doesn't hate me. I don't know, because all these comments from people telling me like, oh my God, if I was Kim Kardashian, I would never speak to Jaclyn again. I'm like, oh, is I really that bad? So next topic, let's talk about my house. Because if you follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, then you may have seen that I announced last night that me and John are officially homeowners, which is, you guys, every single time, I'm not kidding, we've owned the house for like 8.5 months, but still every single time I talk about it, I start to cry. Like I can't handle it. It's just so, okay, anyway, so let's talk about this house. God, I'm sweating. I'm literally sweating like talking about this, because I just get so emotional and so excited. I can't believe that I'm just so blessed that I get to actually be a homeowner. If you guys have followed me for a long time, then you already know that being a homeowner, like me and John being able to have like a big house where my family and my friends, I'm gonna start crying already. Jaclyn, stop. It's always been a dream of mine. My dad, like when he left, I for some reason felt like this need to pick up that slack. And yes, I've been through therapy for this, because I know I got daddy issues. Okay, I know my flaws. Like that's just always been one of my dreams. Me and John have been on the hunt for our perfect house for literally, I'm not kidding, it's been over 2 years at this point. And when I say on the hunt, I'm talking on the actual hunt. Like we have had realtors looking for us constantly. We have gone through a couple of different realtors because we couldn't find anything. I mean, actively looking for the past 2 years. Like me and my mom on Saturdays would go out. We would look at 6, 7, 8 different homes in one day. Like emails constantly coming in, constantly on realtor.com, constantly on Zillow, just constantly trying to find a house, because me and John have never thought of this condo that we live in as our home. Ever. It's never felt like home to us. Like it feels like we're renting a condo. But me and John have not wanted to settle on something that isn't perfect. And I know that perfection doesn't actually exist, but I just knew that when we found our perfect house, we would walk in the front door and we would know, you know, like we would just be like, this is it. Anyways, John and I were getting just like very frustrated with the whole house hunting thing. And at one point we threw our hands up and said like, you know what? It's just not going to happen right now. It's not in God's time. Like it is what it is. Moving on. We're not finding the right house. This sucks. But we are constantly praying, like before going to bed at night, me and John always pray, give us a sign, something. Like, what do we have to do? Like, we need a home, you know? So then back in November, John actually had a seizure. His one and only seizure, thank you God. To say now that it has been 8 months since John had his seizure, I can say like wholeheartedly that it taught us so much, and we are actually both thankful for what happened, because of the fact that it has changed us in ways that are still embedded in us 8 months later. So we are just very grateful for what that experience taught us. You know, it put a lot into perspective. But anyways, after his seizure happened, we basically lost hope. You know, I'm like, what is this? Like, what is God? What is life? What is everything? Like, we just went through a moment, not a long moment, but a moment of just like frustration and just pure heartache, and just like, what's gonna happen next? Like waiting for all these tests to come back for several weeks, waiting to see what was wrong. And just like, it was just scary and it was just a crappy time. So about a week and a half after John's seizure, my sister, she tells me like, hey Jaclyn, this house just popped up. It's a new construction and I think that we should go look at it. And I'm like, no, Rachel. At that point, I was just like, I don't know what's going on with my life. I don't know if my husband is gonna be okay. I don't know, I don't care. Like, I'm not in the mood. God doesn't even know that I'm alive right now. He's not focused on me. My anxiety is miserable. My depression is bad. Like, we're just not in good places. And I was just like, no, I don't care. My sister basically dragged me out of the house and was like, we're going to look at this house. Like, I really want you to see this. So John stayed back. Me, my sister, and my mom went and looked at the house, and John was like, you go look, you go be my eyes, you let me know what you think. And no joke, I stepped 1 foot into the front door of this house and just, yeah. Not to sound like preachy, but in that moment, like, I just felt like God was like, I got you. I'm trying to like literally do my brows through the tears. It was just like the best timing ever. John's seizure just put so much into perspective for John and I, and then all of a sudden it's like we were just rewarded with this beautiful home that we could only dream of, and it just felt like, okay, now we're ready. Now we're ready to move into this house. Now we're ready to start this new journey of our life. Like, it's just been amazing. So when we found the house, it was still in construction, just like plaster on the walls and stuff. We got to pick out the wood floors, we got to pick out the finishes, the moldings, the size of the moldings, the countertops, and we got to pick out everything in the house. So it kind of felt like we built it, even though we didn't build it, if you know what I mean. But it feels like us, and it is literally perfect. It is our dream home. Okay, I need to keep doing my makeup as I'm talking. I need to calm down. So the house just got done being fully built just a couple weeks ago, and then we just finally closed. So we just got the keys like a week and a half ago, right before we went to Turks and Caicos on vacation. But I just wanted to wait until I got home to like tell you guys, because I wanted just to like go and relax and just celebrate just life and my family on vacation, and then come home and then deal with this. So now John and I are gonna be officially moving out of this condo in 12 days from today. Honey, we are counting down the calendar each day. I'm gonna go in with some cream bronzer. This is the look that I've just been doing recently. I do just a little bit of foundation, then I do cream bronzer, I do highlighter, I do a little powder on my under eye, like, and mascara, because it's just so easy. And when I'm not talking your ears off and I'm actually focusing, I can do this look in 10 to 12 minutes. I'm actually just gonna tweet right now saying that I'm filming a get ready with me, and see if you guys have any questions for me, and then I can answer them as I'm finishing getting ready. That sounds kind of fun. Otherwise, I'll just be sitting here babbling. I'll be like, oh my God, the sky is blue again today. Isn't that crazy? Becca asked, what was your favorite part of a vacation? And hands down, my favorite part, no questions asked, was doing nothing. It was amazing. I don't know how to do that. Like, I struggle with a lot of anxiety. Like, I know I've been very open about like my struggles with anxiety, depression, all the jazz that I have dealt with and been diagnosed with in my life. But I actually still go to therapy twice a week for my anxiety, because it's just an ongoing thing. And I just kind of come to terms with like, you know what? It's something that I deal with. It doesn't make me who I am. It's not the end of the world. So what? It's just a side effect of life. It doesn't matter, you know, and it is what it is. But being able to actually truly relax while on vacation was amazing. Like, just being there with zero anxiety, just doing nothing and not feeling guilty was just paradise. It was the best part. Lettis, I don't know how to say her name, I'm sorry. She asked, what is your top favorite TV show? That's really hard. Friends, Modern Family, Sex and the City, Scandal, Stranger Things. This Is Us. Oh my God. I actually think, as far as like current shows, because like Friends isn't current shows, I think This Is Us is my favorite. Oh my God, it's so good. Cannot wait for season 2. Oh, here we go. Are you and John having kids? The question that has to happen in every single Q&A. I've answered this before. My answer is kind of starting to change recently. Me and John have slightly gotten the itch. Slightly. That does not mean that we are planning on doing it right now, but something has happened. And we are not against it, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna grab some of this Luminous Light by Hourglass because it's like my fave. And I put it right here, like on the apples of my cheeks, basically. Sometimes I bring it up even like under my under eye, as weird as that sounds, if I'm having kind of like a good skin day, just because it makes my skin look super duper dewy, and that's what I want. That's the way, I like it, What is your ultimate favorite food, Allison asks. I'm stuck between crab legs and just Mexican food in general. Like cheesy enchiladas with refried beans and rice. Liz asks, what would you be doing if you weren't a makeup artist slash YouTuber? And I used to always say photography because that is what I went to college for. And it depends if you're asking me like if I left YouTube right now. Like if I shut down my YouTube and my social media accounts right now and I was just like done with it for the rest of my life, what I would do is help children. I would want to travel overseas. I would want to be a part of like starting orphanages and helping saving children. That's like something that it's like the biggest thing inside my heart is just kids and helping kids and just human trafficking in general, just stopping it. Jasmine asked, decor style for your new house. Where are you gonna shop the decor and are you gonna hire an interior designer? Actually, yes, yes, and yes. I hired an interior designer months ago to help me because I could not do this on my own. Me and my mom, we could not do this on our own. So I actually hired an interior designer based in Florida. Her name is Michelle Miller. She's absolutely incredible. We've been working together for months. I love her so much. And I think you guys will actually be slightly like, wow, surprised by the route that I'm going as far as design in my house. It's not what I have necessarily done in the past, but don't get me wrong, it is like blingy, 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 bling, bling, bling. You know, I want it so glam, but I'm bringing in a lot of darks into my house, like a lot of blacks and a lot of deep colors and a lot of deep pieces, which I am so excited about. Like I just wanted it to be a little bit edgier and not as light and bright. But I plan on doing a like house tour while the house is empty, and then I also want to do a house tour once it's decorated as well, so that you guys can see like the empty house and the decorated house. You know what I mean? Because that's just fun. I love watching those kinds of videos. This mascara, you guys, is so amazing. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's launched at this point, but L'Oreal did send it to me. Holy crap, it is like the best. You guys know that I am like so ride or die for the original L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black, but this is the only one that I have been using since I tried it. It is amazing. The brush looks a lot like the Better Than Sex mascara, which I'm not a fan of the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, because it just makes my lashes very, very clumpy. But this, on the other hand, it doesn't pick up like as much, so it gives me like a lot of volume, but it doesn't make my lashes clumpy. So I have been obsessed with this. Another amazing one that's very high end, obviously, is this Tom Ford mascara. It's called the Extreme Mascara. I've been using that recently too. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. Mallory asked, have you ever wanted to quit YouTube? I would be straight up lying if I told you no. There have been times I have sat at my computer with my mouse over the delete YouTube button, like just sitting there, just like, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? Because what a lot of people don't understand until you actually know me is that I do not actually give a tiny rat's ass about the fame and the money that YouTube brings. I do not care. And for some reason, people like to think that like that's all I care about and it's just so amazing. But honestly, you don't know what it's actually like until you're in someone's shoes. And that's just not my heart. That's not my soul. That's not what I crave. That's not what I desire. I love it and I'm so appreciative of it. I'm so appreciative of my subscribers. That's what I'm appreciative for. The people who love me, the people who trust me, the people who are just there for me, who are understanding, just the kind people out there. Like I feel like a lot of you guys are truly my actual friends, like my family almost. Like you guys are just so wonderful. But all the other aspects of like YouTube, oh yeah, there's been times where I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm done. But my subscribers are the ones that just keep me like hanging on and being like, Jaclyn, you're fine. I haven't shown you guys this on YouTube yet. Is this not so cute? This is the new like collector's edition champagne pop. It has a champagne bottle on it. How cute is that? And it comes in like limited edition packaging as well. Isn't this so pretty? So I'm gonna take my highlighting brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of Fiji from Kylie Cosmetics right there in the cap, and then top it off with some champagne pop, and then just barely tap off the excess. And girl, oh my gosh, so beautiful. And recently I have been bringing my highlight more like up on the side of my face. I used to like kind of stop just right there. I've been bringing it up like around my brow recently. Okay, then for lips, I know they're expensive, but you guys have been so obsessed with these Dior Lip Maximizer glosses recently. Oh my gosh. They're just so wet and just glossy and just like perfect for the summer. So beautiful. They just look like your lips are drenched. I'm obsessed with them. I'm going in with the Lip Maximizer in the shade 006. Has like a little bit of a nude undertone in it. And I just put that all over my lips. Then I grab the Dior Addict Ultra Gloss in the shade 773, which is very, very pink. So I like take a little bit off the brush and I put it just like in the center of my lips. And then kind of just like blend it up and out just for kind of like a more juicy lip, if you will. All right, and then last but not least, I'm gonna just set my face. I'm gonna set my face. I'm gonna use the Morphe Prep and Set Makeup Setting Spray. This is literally the best setting spray I've ever used. All right, guys, so that is it for this chit chat. Get ready with me. I hope that you enjoy this video. If you like these like laid back, easy breezy types of videos, please let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's make that the thing that like determines if you like it or not. Give this video a thumbs up if you really like these types of videos. And if you do, I can start doing them more because honestly, they are really, really easy for me to do. The editing is the hardest part, but just sitting here getting ready and talking to you guys is so simple. So just let me know if you guys like it and I will definitely do more like this. So I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful couple of days and I will see you very soon. Bye.